Welcome to Kuching, a city in Borneo on the Malaysian side. And I've been here for 2 nights, and after being around the waterfront yesterday, I can safely say this is one of the top 30 cities in the world I'd recommend to come. This place is amazing. I've been here for 2 nights so far, and yesterday morning I went out and did a quick video of my first impressions of this city, and I was quite impressed. And then yesterday afternoon I came out for the very first time without my camera to actually enjoy with the city, exploring without a camera being put in my face while I was videoing. So I have been around already, so this is my chance to show you what I've seen and why I'm impressed with this place. So to understand Kuching, and there's a little sign over there to say I love Kuching. To understand this place, you need to understand the history. So, very basic, in 1839, an English adventurer called James Brooke was travelling around the world, stopped off in Brunei. And at the time, the Sultan of Brunei was having a bit of problem with the state of Sarawak, which is a part of. And James Brooke decided, I'm going to help you. So he helped get rid of the rebellion, and in 1841 the Sultan of Brunei turned around to James and said, cheers for helping us out. As a thank you, I want to give you the state of Sarawak, which, you know, is quite nice of him. So James Brooke sailed from Brunei all the way down to this waterfront here, and he landed on the waterfront here. There's no sign to say exactly where he landed, but he met a local walking by, and James Brooke said to him, what do you call this land here? And obviously the local didn't actually understand any English, so he looked at where James Brooke was pointing at and said Kuching, which is the Malaysian word for cat, because James Brooke was pointing to a cat at the time. And James Brooke went, I'm going to change this place into my capital. And so began the governance of the Brooks family, which was known as the White Rajahs. The White Rajahs governed this place for just under 100 years. During the Second World War, most of Borneo was flattened by the Allied while they were trying to get rid of the Japanese. This place was not touched, mainly because there was a big prisoner of war camp, and the Allied didn't want to touch their own men. So this place was not destroyed at all, and so it began to reinvent itself in the 1940s, the 1950s, and until today it is a very modern city with a lot of history still standing. So as I'm walking around, you've probably seen stuff going, wow, that looks amazing. And it is, because it is a big tourist place, and I mean a lot of tourists are here from Malaysia, Indonesia, and there's a lot of Westerners here as well. The price of stuff is a little bit more than the rest of the island, so it has been a bit tricky. For instance, a cruise on one of these boats will cost you 70 ringgit. In the last place I was at, it was 25. But there are plenty of cafes, coffee shops that are within my budget, which I have been enjoying. as I go around, I will explain what everything is, because I have made notes and it's all in order. But you've got the bridge there that leads over there to a building with a big flag. So I'm staying in a hostel, which is costing me, and I apologise for the sweat, it is hot even though it is cloudy. The hostel is costing me £4 a night. It is clean, tidy, but if you're not a hostel person, there are so many hotels, and we are going from the Hilton and the Sheraton, which is 5-star, all the way down to my level. But the highlight of the city is definitely the waterfront. There are various streets going back that where all the cafes, restaurants are, lots of history. And because Kuching is named after a cat, then they are obsessed with cats. And you'll see cats everywhere. These aren't real, you don't get ginger cats. And the next video I'll be doing is a nighttime one, where I came out last night again without a camera to enjoy myself, and this place is amazing at night, not just during the day. So although you've got a bridge going across, you have got various smaller ferries that if you don't want to waste your energy walking, you can get a ferry to go straight across to the other side, and there's various points all the way down here. In fact, you can just see the Hilton just there, which is the same space as where my hostel is. There are various towns and cities I've been to in Malaysian Borneo that'll have a heritage map where you can follow. Unfortunately, this place doesn't have one, although they do have little signs every now and again explaining what stuff is. But when you look at that and you know that's an old building, ain't got a clue. Oh, I've not seen that sign before. Beware of crocodiles. Really? All along the waterfront you will see signs saying do not throw litter into the river, and when you look at it, it is so clean. Maybe that's why they've got crocodiles. And further on down that way is a water monitoring station to check on the cleanliness of the water, which is really good. As I said, there's a lot of buildings that you see that you don't understand what they're for. There's no signs for it. But look, looks like a fort of some sort. And I know the main fort is over there by the flagpole. So the bridge is there, which I'll be crossing in a minute and going through, but I want to go further on down here to the Floating Mosque. And this is the Floating Indian Mosque. Now I want to go around the front. You can see the green dome at the top. So this was built in 1876 by the local Indian Muslims who were primarily traders who had come across over here and settled. Now I tried to get in yesterday. Unfortunately I wasn't allowed in. Because of wearing shorts and t-shirt, it was a no-no. And they've got a security guard at the front just when you can't go in. So unfortunately I can't get in, which is a shame. But the design is amazing. The architecture, it's Indian Islamic, and although it states it's floating, from the bridge it'll look a lot better, but it's built on stilts. And just get around the front. So this is the front. You can just see the down through there. As I said, I'm not allowed to go in. We'll just have a walk down here, see the other side. Now this morning I actually went for a 5k run, which nearly killed me. My first run in a few weeks, which took me all the way to the very end down here, and at the end is some docks. This sort of area is the end of the touristy area. There are, you can see the green huts there. They sell pop, soda, crisps, but that's a better view there. And from the bridge you'll get an even better view. Now most cities, towns I've been to that's got a waterfront, they will concentrate on one side only, and the other side always looked a bit blank, as if this wanting to know what to do with it. But with Kuching, you can actually go across. There is a lot of residents over there, but this is one of the biggest cities in Borneo. I might gushing on too much about this place because I really do like it. Now yesterday was a bank holiday and there was so many people around. It just felt like a proper holiday destination that people are coming along to. But now we're going to go down to the bridge. Even though the city is so modern and the waterfront is so up to date, you still have fishing boats, ferries, like they have for centuries. So the mosque is now behind us. You can see the floating effect it's got, and now I'm heading towards the bridge. So this is the Darul Hana bridge. It was built in 2017 as a pedestrian bridge to get from one side of Kuching to the other. This place is so clean and tidy, and they're working on it all the time, whether it's cleaning the paths or just doing stuff with trees to get them look more pretty. It's just well maintained. So the bridge itself is shaped in the letter S, and I think, because I couldn't find anything why, it's because of the state of Sarawak, the capital letter. It just winds round. There's two viewing platforms and two towers, which is in the shape of a hornbill bird. Let's get up. The bridge itself is 335 meters long, and I'm assuming it's including the winding bits as well. And even from here you can just see all the views of the river. Right, let's get to one of the viewing platforms. So this is the first viewing point, and they said there's a lot of tourists. And they all seem to be wearing the same sort of tops. So I don't know if it's a school thing. So this is the viewpoint number 1, and there's the mosque. And it looks better from here. It looks like it's floating. Oh, it looks like they're military. Oh, future soldiers. So you can see the winding effect of the bridge. Really, really nice. I'm fascinated by these guys. Sorry, as ex-military, I do find it funny. So this is the route I took. So there's the Hilton over there. Just get a closer view. You got the Sheraton down there as well behind it. And then loads of things to see, just peace and quiet. Now at the moment it is rainy season, monsoon season, so that's probably why you don't see a lot of tourists. But it's still busy enough. Right, and this place here, Astana. Astana currently is the governor of Sarawak's residence. It was built in 1870 by James Brooke, who was the second White Rajah in Sarawak, and he built it as a wedding gift for his wife Margaret. Now there are rumours that Margaret wasn't quite happy living here. She didn't like the heat, she didn't like the jungle, so she decorated the insides of Astana to look like an English country house. So there was a bit of Britain in Kuching. Now, because it is the governor's house, you can't get in. I think he wouldn't be too happy if he was having his lunch right now with me pointing a camera at him. But I did read online that you could get into the gardens. But yesterday when I walked around, there was no entry. I couldn't see a gate. And I didn't want to climb over the fence in case the security got too excited. As I've been walking around the last couple of days, I've seen more Westerners in Kuching than the whole of Borneo put together. So this is a big tourist trap for Europeans, Americans, Australians. I've heard so many accents. So this is the second viewing point. And the best thing about these viewpoints is it's in the shade, so you can get a little bit cool. If I get close up, all the way down there. So there is rumours that there is a fountain light show every night. I missed it last night, I think, so I'm hoping to see it tonight. One massive flagpole with the state flag of Sarawak, and then you've got this building here. So this is the governmental building for the state of Sarawak. Now, out of everything I've seen over the last couple of days, this is the only one I've not got any notes on, and I know there's nothing around here to tell me what it is, but I do remember seeing that it was built in the 2010s, and it's the government building for the whole of the state. and you're not allowed in because I tried to get in yesterday. But it's still an impressive building. And if you imagine in the 1870s, this place was a big trading post for the Europeans, the Chinese, the Indians, and there would have been boats coming in and out, trading markets. Oh, it would have been a crazy place. So what do you think of Kuching so far? Now, I'm only concentrating on the waterfront, but there is so much around in the side streets, on the the streets leading out from the waterfront. You've got India Street, you've got Compton Street, and they've all got their own history. But I could be here for hours on a video just showing you the best things about this place, and I still wouldn't get it all in. As you come off the bridge itself, you've got all these various little shops, and yesterday I stopped off at the end one for an ice cream, and it was one of the best ice creams I've had for a long time, so I'm gonna have one right now. So I got myself an ice cream. It's apple and vanilla, and around here you got the ice cream shop, you got a burger shop over there, a drink station, and then you got the view of the Astana house, the governor's house, and it's just a nice chilled area to eat some ice cream. Now when I went to the ice cream shop, she didn't have a lot of money, and when I got all my change, which I've been collecting over the last few weeks, I just went, will that help you? She got so excited, so I think I helped her out. But I'm going to enjoy my ice cream. Look at the view. I enjoyed that, but with the heat it started melting very quickly and turned into an ice cream drink. But I'm just going to have a quick wander around the governor's house, not inside but just on the outside. I didn't really get a chance to get too close to it yesterday, but you can see the tree there, the roots. That would have been planted 1870. And there is a bridge there that takes you towards security gate. So I'm just trying to see if there's anybody watching me from up there. Now the water itself does look like it's not actually looked after. But none of it's going into the main river. So there's the main gates over there. With a nice view of the governmental building and the bridge and the waterfront and the Floating Mosque. All along the waterfront, both sides, you get signs saying no fishing. When you go on the bridge, there is signs for lots of stuff you can't do, including fishing. But there is a loophole. There's nothing to say you can't go fishing from the base of the bridge. And I've been watching people go on and off this base, and they're fishing. And I don't think there's any signs to say you can't do it from there. So they're not going to get arrested or fined. So another fact I've remembered about this governmental building is the fact it took 5 years to build. And when it was opened, the King of Malaysia came to open it personally, and there was a big river procession to celebrate its opening. And I thought I'd show you more fishermen. Yeah. So I'm going to carry on walking around. They are so proud of their state flag. And this takes you towards the flagpole and Fort Margherita. So that's the water fountain light show, which I am hoping it's going to be on tonight. And I don't know if that's part of it as well. Got lots of lights down there. Let's hope so. Right, let's go up these stairs to the top. There is the base of the flagpole. Dataran Ipu Petiwi. Not got a clue. Now I don't know if this is a water feature, but these stairs take you all the way up to, I can't see, a hornbill. And there it is. And when you do look at this water feature, you can see there is fountains where water could come out. But then this leads to Fort Margherita. Built in 1880 by James Brooke, the second White Rajah, and it was named after his wife. Obviously not happy with just having a houseboat for her for a wedding gift. She had a fort named after her. Now this was built to keep away the pirates and the invaders of the day, which is a bit confusing because the river's all the way over there. But I suppose because it's on a hill, they wouldn't have had the flagpole in this way at the time. But again, it's really nice. Now I got here yesterday to have a look, and outside there is a sign for locals to pay 10 ringgit for adults and others 20. So I was prepared to pay 20, double what a local would. But once you got inside, hello, the price was actually 30 ringgit and locals 10. So I explained to them that the price outside was 20. They went, no, these are the new prices. The old prices still haven't changed from outside. So on principle, I refuse to go in. So this is the sign. The fort is now a museum. It tells you the history of the White Rajahs over the 100 years that were here, and you can just see the Global 20. There it is. That's one of the Brookes. So it gives you the history of all the Brookes from James Brooke when he first arrived. But 30, I am so tempted to have a wander in. But to be honest, it's a small place. It's not exactly a big museum. There is 3 floors, but from the looks of it, because I did pop my head in yesterday when I was trying to pay my 20, Yeah, it's really small, and you can go in the back into the fort area. So I might just have a walk around the outside. There you go, that's it. The other thing I've got to remember is I do have a budget which I'm trying to keep up with, and that's £25 a day. Now, tomorrow I'll be leaving Kuching to head over to Indonesia side of Borneo. The bus journey, I've been told, will cost 90 ringgit, but the visa on arrival will cost me £25, which is my budget for the day, and that's without even getting down to the hostel where I'm looking at staying. So even though I have bought an ice cream which was 7 ringgit, I feel a bit guilty. There's a gravestone. Well, I didn't see that yesterday. Let's have a look. So obviously the fort's just up there. Don't know who this is for. In memory of Annie, wife of J. Brooke Esquire of Sarawak, daughter of J. Grant, died in 1858. Yeah, so wow. And you got a little memorial over here. Yeah, I'm not going in. Anthony Walter Darul Brooke, Raja Muda of Sarawak, fifth in succession to the first Rajahs. So they were quite powerful over here. Like royalty. The White Rajah dynasty ended in the 1930s when the Brooks family decided to give it up and give it to the British Crown, and then it became part of the British Empire. It only lasted a couple of decades before Malaysia got its independence, and it's gone on to become a most modern, truly amazing city that I have for the last 2 days just thoroughly enjoyed. So what makes a city get into my top 30? It's got to have history, it's got to have culture, it's got to have entertainment, it's got to have things to do for not just adults but for kids as well. It's got to have affordable accommodation, it's got to be able to get accessibility to get in. So it's got an international airport, and there's buses from other cities within Borneo that comes here. This place is everything, if not more. There's still so much I've not seen, and I'm not going to get a chance to see. There's things like the cat museum, the first cat museum in the world dedicated to the history of cats. There is various food markets which I'm hoping to go to tonight to see in the night market, but all over the city there is food stalls, there's food courts, there is... I love it here. I often get asked for recommendations for people to go and where they should go to. And I've mentioned various cities, towns around the world, and this one will be another one. If I come out tonight and I enjoy the night time as well, it might even push it up to the top 20, who knows. So what do you think of Kuching? Do you agree with me? Do you think it looks like a nice place? Or have I just gone a bit over the top? Put it in the comments, tell me what you think. I am now going to head back to the hostel. I need to start looking at buses to Indonesia through the border. I need to find out about hotels, hostels, etc. Which means I need to do some studying. But If you have enjoyed this city, the city of cats, Kuching, then press that like button. If you want to see what Indonesian Borneo is like, and don't forget, I've still got months and months of traveling to do, then press that subscribe button and don't forget to click that bell in the corner. But I'm gonna miss this place, and it is a shame that I've not stayed any longer, but I need to keep moving. So until next time, bye bye for now.